Tony here from Six String Country. We're going to take you through the first part of the outro solo for Shoot Me Straight. A lot of really cool guitar work in here we're going to look at. I'm going to demonstrate it nice and slow, but in tempo. And then we're going to talk through everything note by note. And of course, when you're ready, you can always play with the jam along or the lead only with the metronome. Okay, so let's go from the very top right here, right where it says on the tabs, lead outro solo part 1. You can keep basically the same tone we had going before, but just throw a little extra gain on there to really get it sustaining, and maybe even just a hint of delay and reverb just to, again, get some of these notes ringing out and sustaining for you. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, that's a lot to look at, right? Pull up the tabs. We're going to get our fingers on it nice and slow. I can really help you get your fingers on it and do this in a way that's workable to get it up to tempo. And then, you know, from there, it's just up to you to memorize these riffs. Sometimes you just got to go riff by riff, memorize it, and get a metronome out. Just type metronome into Google and get it 60, 70 beats per minute. Work it up to 100 beats per minute, nice and slow, just as long as it takes. All right, this first riff, we're down here, 4th fret with a half bend on the G string. Again, one more time. Then 2 to 4, 3 of D with a little quarter bend. Open, 3rd fret of A, and back to D, open. Then we're going to get back into the same kind of thing with a slide into the 3rd fret, and then 2nd fret of G, and another half bend on 4. Pick it again and come back down. Pull off the 2 and up to 7, and then on 7 a couple more picks. And then 10th fret of D, and then a quick hammer on from 7 to 9 back to 7, and back to 10 on D, and then 7 of G. And then this is just kind of a passing. We're going 12 of D, 10 of G, and then pinky on the 14th fret of the G string. And back to 14, and then 12, 13, 14, and then a little trill here, 13 to 12, 15 of D, 12 of D, 15, 12, 15, 12, 15, 14, 12 of D, then the A string, 15, and then 15 of D, and back to 12. So that whole thing one more time, 2, 3. All right, and this next one, I was listening to it several times, and he might have used a B bender on this one. I know I've got a G bender on a guitar, considered trying to figure it out on there, but I know most of us don't have a bender, so I'm going to teach you a way that sounds pretty authentic, that we can get this riff without a bender on our guitar, all right? And it looks like this. So for that one, we slide in 12, 10, 12 of D, 10 of G, and then we'll do kind of like a pre-half bend on 12 of G, back down, and then kind of a mute and upstroke on 14 of G down to 13, mute, 15 to 14, mute, then 12 to 11 on B, mute, 13 to 12 on B, and then we'll do a bend on the 13th fret of B, and then skip over to the 12th fret of G. So that's 12th fret of G with a bend and back down, pull off the 10, 12 of D, 10, and then 12, 10, 8. All right, now we kind of go. So for that, I'm just kind of sliding, muting my pick, down, down. You don't need that overtone in there. All right, so that's the 15th fret of B, where we're gonna bend it twice, and then pick it again and come back down. So we're coming back down, pull off to 13, 14 of G, 13 of D, and then we have this riff, which is kind of a tricky one, but I'll explain it nice and slow. Here it is, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we got 15, 13, 12, a trill there, 13, 12, 14 of G, and then right back at it, 12, 13, 12, 14, 13, 12 of G, another trill to 13 to 12, and then to 15 of D. Okay, so 2, 3, 4. Okay, even slower, 2, 3, 4. Okay, again, this is one, get your fingers on it and just work it up to tempo. No shortcuts on these riffs. They're out of the box, right? These aren't riffs that we're used to seeing or getting our fingers on in country music all the time, but they're really cool and will stretch us to think of playing through some of these scale positions a little bit differently, which I like. All right, so then continuing on from there, we have okay, so let's go over that, just note by note here. So we were just here, then we have 13, 14 on G, 13, 15 on B, 14 of G, and then 13, 15, 17 slide, then 13, 13 on high E, then 17, 2 more on 13, back to the B string, 17, and then 13, 15, 16, and that was on E, B, and G strings, and we do that 3 times. And then we're going to switch it to 13, 16, and then 13 of B 3 times. And then we have 13, 14 of B, 15, 13, and then 17 with our pinky, with a bend and a half, back down to 17. And here's our next riff, 3, 4. All right, so we just did this bend on 17 of high E, back down. Then we have 15, 16, 17, 15 of high E with the trill on 16, back to 15, 18 of G, and then 15 again of high E, and then 17 of B, we're gonna bend to meet that 15th fret. 2, 3, 4, back down, 15 on B, and then 17 on G, and then again, we're gonna bend the 17 to meet 15. And we're gonna do that 4 times, or 5 times. And then we're gonna get on 16 and 19, 16 to B, 19 of high E. Mute the B string, mute all the other strings. We just want G and high E ringing out here. And then we're gonna kind of tremolo this as fast as we can, strum. And then slide up 1 fret each. And then we have the slide. All right, so you can either start here. That's the same, right? Whatever the fingers go to is fine. That's open, 2nd, 3rd. Or if you want to start on the A string, we've got 5, 7, 7. We move down to a C, which is 3, 5, 5. Then a B, 2, 4, 4. Then A power chord to the C. B, A, then the F, which is 3-3-3, and then a big open D chord. All right, and that is the first part of this outro solo. A lot of great riffs in there, okay? And this is one of those where if you're having trouble with one, you really need to memorize just that segment. Get a metronome out or type in metronome on Google. Start at 60 or 70 beats per minute. Work it up to 100. And that can take a while sometime with some of these. Okay, but it's worth it. Stick with it. And when you're ready, you can play it along with the jam along or the lead only. And you can turn on the mixer and isolate just the electric guitar and the click track.